Hello, folks of SpeedGaming. We are just about to get underway here with one more match from Week 6, our final week of Swiss of the Metroid Prime Randomizer Tournament. My name is Baja Blood. I'm joined here in the booth by Cestrian. How you doing, Cestrian?
I'm doing alright. I have my week 6 already behind me. I'm free, you could say. So, yeah, I'm also pretty excited about this match here.
Yeah, we're also joined by Schwartz Gandhi in the booth doing the tracking for us. Thank you very much. But more importantly, we are featuring BashPrime versus Frozt today. Critical match here as we're trying to figure out the shape of our top 8 bracket here. Both these racers sitting at 4-1. A win today guarantees entry into top 8. A loss isn't total elimination, but it does put your fate in the hands of the tiebreaker mechanics we've got.
Yeah. With the week 6 settings, we have Armory Hunt. So we are starting with Space Jump, Boost, Spider, Morph, Grapple Beam, and both visors, Thermal and X-Ray. So yeah. Basically everything that does damage you need to collect. In some way or form.
Fun seeds. I've enjoyed kind of practicing them. Getting all your movement systems right on the way means you can really kind of cruise through the game here.
Yep.
Base jump in particular, very excellent movement system.
Yeah. Currently waiting for Bash to ready up. But we should be going soon. Yeah, I don't know what the current blue holds is for Bash and Frost. So I'm sure we would be in a better spot here.
It's like Frost is currently at 10 and Bash at 8. 8's not great.
8 is not great, yeah.
So Bash in particular probably needs a win here today.
Yes.
To stay in the top 8. Frost, I think, is in decent shape. We'll be getting 4 out of this win, or 4 out of this match. Potentially 5, even if it's a loss. And so that puts Frost immediately into the upper tiers of the local tiebreaker here in the 4-2 group. But ideally, again, you'd rather just take a win, guarantee it, get yourself a slightly better speed. Although honestly, anyone who makes top 8 of this tournament is going to be a tough out. Like, there's not going to be any easy matches in bracket. We have a very solid field here this tournament.
Yeah, you yourself up there too. Gonna be excited about your race against Diggeref. Alright, it seems like we are all ready to go through stream delay. We will be a little bit delayed, but we should see it in short.
Yeah, nice and live. So about 45 seconds here usually.
Yep.
Well, interesting to see what kind of seed we're in for today.
Yep. Do we see Artifact and PMT is the question.
Ooh, that's rough.
That would be really rough, yeah.
This is not a good preset for early newborn either. You need to collect like 15 second E-tanks and still have less health than if you had 14 regular ones.
Unless you know how to do the out of bounds, but
true,
that's also really bad. I don't know how hard it is, but I've heard it's not the easiest.
Left side space jump first. An early tank for both runners.
Oh, is that phase on? What? Oh, is it Varia?
It looked like Varia to me. Oh, and we have Morph to pick it up. Frost may be forgetting. No, Frost, actually, that's really bad.
That's actually bad, yeah.
Frost,
Frost, you have more. Yeah, okay, Varia landing site. Okay, that in theory gives us immediately Magmar access. I think. Well, we need missiles though. Oh, I hope Frost realizes now. Using morph there.
Use morph. You have X-ray to look at the tree if we so desire. Bash gonna get a peek at that. That's another suit in the tree. Interesting.
Okay. Picking up all the E-tanks.
Oh yeah, I will happily collect E-tanks in this mode until I have quite a few. Yeah, 3 E-tanks. Bash has officially reached your base starting health for any other preset. Now we're slightly ahead.
Oh, interesting. Already some route divergence.
I don't... Yeah, we can't really do anything over here. I guess it was just the visual check of Vault.
Yeah.
No missiles for Lava Lake, no explosives to go into Magmor, no bombs to do the reverse Hive Mecha loop.
Yeah, but Hive Mecha usually is always something, so this is a good bet.
Yeah, Vari just chilling in landing site. Frost apparently forgot for a second about the ability to morph in the first room there, so hopefully grabs it on a save warp. No, honestly, not necessarily the end of the world. Is missing, like, if Lava Lakes is bombed or something, that's actually super horrible for Frost now that these missiles have turned up, but otherwise, when we save warp, we can take the Twin Fires entrance into Magmor and do most everything.
Yeah.
Sure, we do already have the means to get a visual check on Magma Pool. I'd probably put it off until I could do at least one of the items in that area. Yeah, looks like Bash is interested.
And Lava Lake, yeah.
Yeah. Is gonna skip the gallery tunnel for now. Could have gone back with the missiles like Frost did.
Wait, did Frost check? Oh no, he did and did not. Yeah, no bombs.
Okay, Frost takes the save warp. Remembers the area. It's actually wraps in okay for Frost because you get to check your SDK hints now too, as well as for your crash site here.
Yeah, SDK hints in Prime.
Oh, yes.
I'm Bar Blood. I play
Yeah.
Echoes.
Yeah, Prime 1 is my favorite Prime game. That's let no one tell you otherwise.
Alright, what do we got here? Nothing. Nice. Alright, will this be... If this is bombs, this will be really bad for Frost, but if it's nothing, then... Let's see.
Goes Lizard in the Prime.
Okay, it's
Ooh, that was
it's
a cool
literally a nothing. Oh, yeah, it was. That looked really cool. Alright, yeah. Artifact hints?
Yep. Seems reasonable. I wouldn't be surprised to see a save warp here from Bash as well, so...
Yeah.
Pretty much synced up. And yeah, Frost not punished at all really then. And so Bash will have done the 1 extra check of Lava Lake, and Frost will have done the 1 extra check of Gallery Wall. But otherwise we're pretty much even.
Oh, Frost will be a little bit bugged about Lava Lake.
Yeah,
Probably.
no, that's a concerning, like, especially until you have some explosives to get through. That check is a super scary and annoying place for bombs to potentially be.
Yeah.
It really sucks when you make like if you take this Twin Fires elevator and you start heading towards Triclops Pit. If you can't go all the way through Magmar, like you lose a lot of time backtracking, and so that feels really bad. But also,
And
like,
we get hints.
Yep, reading right away. I like it.
Transport Tunnel, Root Cave, Warrior Shrine, Icewood's East, Training Chamber, Observatory.
Wow, those are really free. Interesting. And we have a free-ish suit as well in the tree. I don't know if that's gravity or phazon, but if that was phazon as well, then this might be a very jet seed, assuming the beams aren't complete trolls.
Yep. Let's see if Frost is going back to Shozo or intends to go to Magmor here now.
Those hints make me actually want to stay in Chozo, honestly.
Oh, well.
We ruled out a couple of the checks in Magmor that could have your bombs, like Warrior Shrine we know isn't one anymore. Yeah, we ruled out this Root Cave check, which, yeah, I guess we can pick up now, especially if you're comfortable with the Bombless Arbor Chamber wall crawl here. I a little bit don't like doing this now if you're not going to go for Arbor Chamber. We're
not going for it.
Yep. So that'll be an extra climb later if we ever need to check that item. Which would be the reason I would tend to put this off, just because, like, it's really free to get this artifact again later if it happens to be our last one. But you're usually... Oh, wow.
Oh!
Hello, Wave Beam.
Okay. But now I want to go back to Chozo.
I hear there's a certain tower that has progression.
yeah. That, once upon a time was called Tower of Missiles. A late fairy tale.
Yeah. Now we actually oh no, we can't quite get training chamber yet, right? We need bombs. It's like
yes.
one of the requirements I'm like never missing to get training chamber, but that is one of the requirements.
Yeah, even if you do training chamber wall crawl, I think you need bombs for that.
There might be some way to get in bounds without bombs, but it is probably bad. The ceiling warp is probably much worse without bombs. Yep, got a blessing from our logic godmother. We can have expansions place logic. Oh, hello, main PBs.
So we have some explosions.
Bash also gonna grab this artifact now. Let's see if Bash decides to go for the wall crawl. That looks like a yes. Gotta be slightly careful here. Don't want to get too stuck into the non-standable collision up here without bombs. Generally, it's possible to wiggle out, even if you do go a little too far. Like, yeah, Bash has to do a little bit of wiggling to try to get onto the substandable here. Hopefully can wiggle. Okay, there we go. Looks like we're making some progress. And ideally, we don't go all the way off like that.
Oh!
Unfortunate. Yeah, it's really easy to wiggle a little too far there. Luckily, randomly happens to land on the floating platform, so we actually didn't fall very far at all.
Oh, nothing on Tower of Progression.
Wow. What a letdown.
Well, I guess we can call it Tower of E now.
Yeah, 2 E tanks.
Oh,
wow.
yep, Tower of E.
Tower of E. I guess that's not too surprising, given that more than half of the checks in the game are E tanks.
Yeah.
And there's still, despite that, like 20-something nothings as well.
Oh, Ice Spreader.
Oh. Yeah, we'll take that.
Can be good for Exo. I wonder if Frost is gonna check the tree with X-Ray. Because that information would be really good. Earlier. Yeah.
Bash gets this wave beam and also elects to turn around, which I 100% agree with.
Alright, okay. Frost knows about the suit?
Frost didn't do it with X-Ray, did he? Did we see the color there?
Frost did it with X-Ray, yeah.
Oh, with X-Ray? Oh, okay. I thought he did the camera minute. We can at least get a check of TCA. Oh, wait, no, we can do both Magma Pool and TCA now. Training Chamber will have to wait, unless bombs happen to turn up right here, which isn't actually that crazy of a notion.
Oh, what was that?
That might have been bombs. Oh no, Wave Buster.
Wave Buster. Nope. Oh, probably thought that was supers. Okay, unfortunate. No bombs here. You know, if we find the supers, we could Wave Buster Flora. bombs.
Nope, Ash hasn't died. Has done a couple checks that Frost didn't and spent a little bit of time on them, but otherwise is pretty close.
Yeah. Not too far behind. Actually, we can use PBs for reverse Flagra, I just realized.
Yes, but you need bombs to get up.
Yeah, true.
Unlike good Metroid Prime games, you cannot use Boost Ball to project yourself off a spider track.
I have to agree to that.
There is, in a huge pinch, there is a wall crawl you can do to get up there without bombs, but I don't really see anyone trying to do plant out of logic unless they like knew it was an artifact, which is not the case today.
Yeah. Thanks to the preset, when we already have spider, we can do those two checks here back to back. Upper Dynamo would not be isolated.
Yeah, these seeds are interesting because it's like,
oh, shot beam
with the way. Oh, nice. That's really good.
That's like French vanilla almost.
These seeds like play out like somewhat similar to vanilla in that like where you get to go is still like so heavily gated on the suits and beams you acquire, but like you're never isolating checks in this pretty much. Like because you always have spider to do things, you always have boost to do things. So it's just like really easy to be thorough. The downside though is like when you get like a beam, a huge chunk of the game can open up at once, and then it can be really difficult to know like exactly where you should go first.
Yeah.
So it's interesting pluses and minuses.
That's how I feel in Echoes when I get Space Jump, Bombs, and Dark Beam right next to each other.
Yep.
Oh, there's supers. That's the suit then. Logic.
Now that makes me think the suit is probably just gravity.
Yeah, kind of.
Seed wouldn't make it that easy on us, would it?
Who knows?
Looks like Frost is interested in checking out Zoid here, see if we have vanilla bombs.
Nope.
Oh, maybe not.
Turning back for the suit. Probably wanna know if it's gravity. Oh, actually, no, we still need ice. I was thinking frigate.
The one thing gravity does do for oh no, we had spider all along anyways. What does gravity do? Gravity just opened tower chamber, which was an E-tank. Yeah, not that exciting.
Yeah, I don't think gravity does that much here. But maybe it stays on.
That looks purple to me, yeah.
Yep, that's gravity. Well, at least you know now that there's only one more suit.
Frost looks like they're going to take the play all the way through Magmore here. I like this.
Yeah.
Routing Magmore front to back is pretty effective.
I don't know if Bash will be doing the same thing, or if Bash would try to check Zoid first.
Yeah, spiking bombs at Zoid would be pretty big here. With the route Frost is taking, it will be a last location of Zoid. If bombs do indeed turn up to be there. And like sometimes I get steered wrong based on the artifacts, but the fact that like some of the artifacts, none of the artifacts are ice locked, but some of them are bomb locked, makes me think that bombs are just so I wouldn't actually be super surprised by double bombs. Like I still get skipping it. It feels tough to me to know whether it's correct to skip Zoid in this seat or not.
So if we don't find bombs now, do you think Frost will be going to Loudus?
Bombs on Thardis. That sure is a possibility. Yeah, honestly, if you don't find, I would just route complete front to back Magmore here. Honestly, if you don't find bombs on the way,
we can see lower warrior shrine as well, right? Or upper 5 shots, whatever the item is.
Yep, logically that's locked by bombs. Could be bombs, but there's a relatively easy wall boost that I would expect both players are comfortable with to get out of there.
E-tank. E-tank. Grabbing more E-tank. So yeah,
Alright.
nothing here.
Moment of truth incoming for Bash here. Are we proceeding to Zoid or turning around?
Doing the safety save.
Yeah, also, I mean, this could also just be a pivot save, right? Like if you find literally nothing.
Yep.
Frost does have the option to come all the way back.
Yep. That's correct.
Are probably giving up like 3 or 4 E-tanks at that point, which like feels a little bad, but eh. You'll find others, right? There's 50 of them.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. I don't think they are too worried about those couple E-tanks.
Alright, Divergence. Bash is proceeding to Zoid.
Oh,
This is even more time loss if Bash is incorrect here, but the possibility to get way ahead, I think, if bombs are here.
Or maybe just if the knowledge for like another item could also be impactful. Oh, that was way too high. Holy.
Yeah. That feeling when you're too good at wall boosts.
Alright, there we go. Nice. Very good. Another E-tank. E-tank behind Zoid. Alright, moment of truth. Oh, still going further.
Yeah,
To
nothing
the back,
really
to far mirror. Yeah.
So we've
Going to far
got
mirror.
the great options for bombs of the Thardis area and right here at Vanilla, both of which are terrible. Love that for these runners.
Workstation is also a possibility, right? We have
Yep.
Wave and Flammo.
Yep, workstation, quarantine monitor, Thardis, all possible here. Actually, wait, we can just kill Thardis and enter Fendrana, huh? So it could just be bombs in labs? Is that true? I think so.
Yeah, that could be the case. Can bombs be in Root Courtyard? Yeah, I think so.
Yep. That's kind of spicy. So actually, wait, maybe...
Oh,
No,
Zoid nothing.
Oh, unfortunate for Bash. So
Yep.
Frost is on the right track here. Thardis may just be a hallway to seed, which is another thing I love. When you have to kill the boss, not to get an item from him, but just to, like, leave the room.
Yep.
Yeah, bombs are going to be somewhere in Fendrana today. Unless, I suppose Ice Beam turns up there instead.
I don't think there's like a reverse Thanos skip.
There is.
There is!
You can do you can, like, jump on Thardis's head and scan dash off his head to the door, I think. It's
Without
bad.
triggering the cutscene?
I believe so. There is also, I think... is there a bunch of stand-all running along the wall that you can jump to?
I don't know. I'm Echoes, I'm not Prime.
Yeah. So I think that, like, they're along the edge, kind of like where what's holding the spider tracks up. You can, I think, jump along that sequence of little hook things or whatever. I don't know.
It sounds really bad. Oh, is Bash doing the boost to the getter? No, okay. Turning back.
Oh, Bash did skip the gallery wall, I think. So that could be a 2 for... Oh, no, just wants this gravity
Oh,
first.
yeah.
So maybe gravity, go to your gallery checks, and then follow Frost and the Magmar.
Oh my god, yes! We have to fight Thanos.
Stardust, hell yeah. Bombless Stardust.
Wait, is Frost going for it? Is Frost actually going for it? That would be insane.
I have never seen this in a tournament race. It's
Same.
absolutely insane.
Oh, no!
Dang.
Didn't got it.
Makes sense to skip this, though. Like, I mean, we have supers and we have a million missiles, and we have a power bomb. So, like, this isn't the worst Florida's fight, even though you can't use bombs to skip all the thermal phases. That was a good effort there from Frost. Cool strats. Bash, in the meantime, also doing fun strats. This is not the easiest wall boost here. The camera is super uncooperative, as you can see. It's swinging around wildly on Bash's in there. Oh my god, camera, please.
Oh, so close.
Gosh, yeah, he's getting really close. Should be able to get this.
I tried this myself and it's bad.
Wall boosting I find a lot harder in Prime 1 to 2. Like, in Prime 2, most of the places you're wall boosting are in actual, like, morphball tunnels with fixed cameras. And so, like, they're a lot more similar to each other. But yeah, the free camera really adds a degree of difficulty to a lot of these Prime wall boosts. Time Frost getting some good super missile shots off here. Making relatively quick work of Thuris. Oh gosh, that was so close too. You got this, Bash. Come on.
Come on, do it for the content.
Both runners simultaneously suffering for the lack of bombs in different ways. We love it.
Yep. Oh, you got it. Just for E-Tank. Unfortunate.
But that does get that check out of your mind. Now we've folk cleared this area. You don't have to think about it anymore.
That is correct.
Alright, Frost's pretty much done with the Stardust fight. I think a power bomb will finish it, or can just stick with the super missiles. He doesn't quite know that, but he will route to Stardust fight because he has nothing else left. Because, like, Bash only checked Lava Lake, so Bash still has all the rest of early Magmor to check. But there is nothing else to do but really follow this line that Frost did.
Okay. The better question is now, is Stardust bombs, or is it just a passageway?
I really want it to be a passageway. Bombs on Thardus is good, but bombs beyond Thardus is better. Yes!
Oh, yes! Let's go!
So, where the heck are bombs?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruin Courtyard
where are
is pretty plausible here. Wait, actually, bombs lock Observatory, huh? So the only check in labs that can be, unless we get ice, is Hydra. So that's a little interesting. It can't be farther in labs because you need to have bombs to do the Manila Observatory.
Oh, there they are.
There they are. All right.
Root Cognac.
Bombs are required. Yeah, they transport Tunnel A in Magmor is an artifact that hard requires bombs. Unless, well, I say hard required. I shouldn't, because who knows what nonsensical technology it is out there in this game.
Don't ask.
But to my understanding, I need bombs for it. Bombs in Courtyard. That's a good one.
Yeah. Alright. That's looked like the nothing on E-Tank. Canyon.
Bash still does have the potential advantages of Frost may give some time back doing Zoid eventually and or Arbor Chamber. Bash has done those checks.
Yep.
Also pretty conceivable that Frost just never goes to either of those as well. With the way this seed kind of may end up routing.
Yeah, I do think so. We will find something soon, TM here in Fen. If not for bombs.
Yeah, so what do bombs open up for us? So we get like the furnace area of Chozo. We get the rest of labs. We get stuff like Chapel.
Yep.
So that's tough. That's a lot of different directions the bombs are kind of pulling you. Looks like we're gonna get indeed the artifacts free here. We get this, we can get TTA. we just take this elevator out of Shorelines real quick. And then what?
I would probably do Chapel still.
Yeah. It's always a tough sell for me to like save warp out of Fen if I haven't like finished doing most of everything I can here that's in logic. So I would probably end up just going straight into labs from here. Like after Chapel and Transport Tunnel A.
Look like an E-tank in Shorelines.
Alright, Bash gonna have more fun with wall boosts here. Let's follow Frost route here. Funnily enough, each runner's used exactly 7 power bombs up to this point as well, because I remember seeing when Shore Tunnel was dead, I was like, ah, that's nice, it leaves a power bomb for Thardus. Bash somehow is in exactly that same situation. Both runners getting at about the same speed there. Bash not checking Shore Tunnel, or maybe he already did and I missed it.
Alright, what do we have in Chapel? Nothing.
Nothing a lot. Bombs are in Ruined Courtyard.
Yeah, bombs are in Ruined Courtyard. So I probably would say go get the artifact and then go back to labs.
It's probably the play I'd make. You could decide to gamble on Chozo instead, but you're already kind of in Fen, and Chozo's a lot closer from a save warp than Fen is, which is usually why I like to minimize the number of times I need to walk back to Fen, or minimize the risk of needing to walk back to Fen, I suppose.
Fair enough.
And we do know Ice Beam likes to be in labs. It is one of its favorite places.
Yep, Garlemald Laboratories.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
What's our other artifacts? We have this one. We have Training Chamber. What's the last artifact we're missing? Oh, Observatory.
Observatory.
Oh yeah, that makes labs. Yeah, just do labs. There's an artifact there. You got to do it at some point, anyways.
You could maybe do after Observatory, get the Phazon suit in and then maybe quit. So you're back in Fen again, maybe. Depending on what you get in labs, of course.
Yep,
Though Hydra is kinda sus. My
The thing
opinion.
about this preset is, even if you get all your artifacts super early, you do at least always have boost ball available for the Ridley fight.
Yes.
A couple minutes. Missing plasma for phase 1, but that's not too big a deal. Missiles and supers are pretty good as well. Bash about to get the good news about a required Thardus. Unless Bash can pull off some Thardus skip magic here as well, which should actually be pretty sick.
I would be happy to see that, because I never saw that.
I always forget that the like standable method exists until I see someone do it, because it's like every like 6 months I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a cool strat, and then I like forget that it exists. I don't see anyone do it for a while.
It's such a rare trick to be used in a rando, I guess.
Yeah, usually if you're coming into Fen this way, it's because Thardus is like one of your only checks, and so you just do it.
But I do respect the try though from Frost.
Oh yeah.
Wish I could have seen that. What is Bash doing? Is Bash going up there?
That's just memeing.
Bash is memeing it.
Bash has actually exactly 14 E-tanks. The HUD is not lying to us yet. Any more E-tanks that Bash picks up will not show up on the HUD. So we'll just see Bash kind of losing health, but the number of boxes not depleting until he gets down under 14. Frost unfortunately clipped his auto tracker slightly too tightly, and I can't see the number of E-tanks he has. So
No, he is depleted some of his E-tanks.
yeah. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, we're not that healthy. This is one of the things you gotta. Yeah, I love it. Frost is the only person that does this climb, and I love it.
Yeah, I forget this exists.
Bombs in Ruined Courtyard, logically locked by this Stardust fight, unless you do reverse Stardust skip. Yep, so this preset, we start with all of our major movement systems. All of the missiles have been condensed into one missile launcher that gives 250 missiles. And as a result, there's a ton of empty space in the item pool. So what we did is make your starting health in each E-tank only give you 25 health, but there are 56 of them in the pool. Oh! Look. Artifact, please!
Artifact said no.
Frost gonna refill like 15 E-tanks here.
Yep. Also safety pivot save in case want to reset out.
Yep, no more artifacts in here, so if the rest of these checks are dead, don't need to do the walk of shame out of here.
What is the last artifact we need here?
Training chamber.
Alright, training chamber. We have access to that now.
Yeah, hint is available. Now we're just in the beam hunt mode. You'd love to find plasma before ice. Then the seed's extremely jet.
Yep.
But I'm counting on another ice beam and research core. I love that.
Right, Bash will find bombs here. Let's see what Bash is deciding to do now.
What a stupid bombs location.
Yeah. Alright. Go on the same route as Frost did. More or less.
Yeah, it makes sense. Get you all your artifacts. Canyon as well. Chapel.
Oh, not going for K. Oh, probably checking.
Wanted to get this visual check first, and then we'll jump down. Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough.
E-tank, Ice Streets West. Patrol tower was a nothing. Oh, Dash is gonna skip Canyon for now.
Maybe on the way back to labs.
Yeah, so probably committing to doing labs after this area, in which case, yeah, it doesn't really matter when you do... Oh, no, actually, no, it's smart to do Canyon after. Because this way, if Canyon is a required item, you did not need to watch that Ridley cutscene here. So that's actually a heads-up play from Bash there, putting off delaying Canyon. To potentially skip that Ridley cutscene, which is pretty slow RTA.
Oh,
a whole lot of nothing. Yep.
Nothing in labs, so... Far Shozo might be the answer. Actually, must be, right? Oh, and we still have Plant!
Yep.
Oh, do we have an Ice Beam on Plant?
Yeah, Plant and Ghost both in logic now. I think what else? Does bombs do much else for us? Yeah, man, it's just Chozo.
Oh, furnace checks. Crossway. It could also be Vanilla Ice.
Could be Vanilla Ice.
So we don't have that much left. Where ice could be.
Oh yeah, we'll see if... Well, Frost probably ought to take the ship refill here just to get 8 power bombs. Yep, does.
Yep.
But we do have Wave Buster, and 250 missiles.
Yep.
Have you ever seen an electrified plant? I have missed both of them in this tournament. Oh, I'm 1 for 2. That's right. I think I saw Arrow do it.
Yeah, Arrow did it. Yeah. I saw that one. Was kind of funny. And it seems to be the fastest way as well. Apparently, if you wave bust the Flora, if you come from the front, I guess.
Yeah, it depends when you want to commit to it. Like if you just plan to commit to it now, if you're already in main plaza, I would just do it from the back and
Yeah.
be sad and don't do any memeing. But if you wanted to delay it... Okay, so Frost is going to get this gallery tunnel. This just gives a little bit of time back to Bash. This probably routes into reverse blogger, honestly. So if Bash decides to route differently, like Bash doesn't need to get that gallery tunnel, so that might... That little difference in the routing, makes it a lot more appealing for Frost to do plant than Bash. So it's a lot more likely, I think, that Bash would just take the play into directly into Farchozo than Frost might.
Yep.
So that could be pretty good for Bash if the 2 plant checks end up being dead. But no, Frost turning around.
Oh, interesting.
Not interested in plant here. Yes, Bash has 3 artifacts and is leaving Vendrana.
Okay.
No, is getting this item. I'm smart. For some reason, I thought he already had gotten it and was looping back around again.
I think he fell down. Not sure.
There we go. Artifacts Bash, and we are not leaving it. That makes sense. Back to Fen.
Frost, did you? No way. You get why? Just to skip the ghost fight?
Wow, yeah, that's
I
spicy.
mean, going for it again. Okay.
We hit the loading trigger for Piston Tunnel by jumping over there. We use some standable to get ourselves out of bounds. Make our way to the Piston Tunnel. Oh, there's standable there. Oh, I've been doing this wrong. Jump into the ether, we gotta hit a load trigger, which is near the top of where one of these pistons goes. That's also an interesting way to do this, not using the pistons. Hits a load trigger, alright. Probably needs an ether jump here, which is a little tricky. Could instead just casually hits the ether jump. That was sick there, actually.
Yeah, that was
easy to do. There's a 3-frame window, and you don't really have a visual cue there, so you're just praying. One more load trigger we gotta hit here. That will load training chamber access. And now we can ceiling warp into the box, grab our artifact, and leave without even needing to fight the ghosts. The ceiling warp is a little stupid.
Yes. Sometimes doesn't want to cooperate, but there we go.
I'm not sure this was faster.
Yeah,
but it was cool.
it was nice to show off. I say that.
Yeah. And Frost does have a decent amount of time lead here. Bash is making the labs play super reasonable. We need the artifact from Observatory anyways. But otherwise, pretty much Bash needs to find some routing divergence here, I think, to get back into this. Frost probably ends up doing Zoid here, so that gives back a little bit of time.
It's kinda really straight linear though, for the most part. So there's not that much option for some divergence. Unless, I don't know, Bash immediately goes to plant and it turns out to be something.
Yeah, we're still 3 from go. Yeah, we need ice, we need plasma, we need phazon. The trouble for Bash is the seed is just so dang linear that if Bash never does anything different than Frost, he's playing from behind here, and it's harder to create that routing divergence when the seed is linear like this.
Nice health refill there.
Yep. That is a nice thing about this preset is once you have a decent base of E-tanks, all over the place are full health refills, which is actually super convenient sometimes.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah,
so we know Zoid is nothing, so this is just some time loss here.
Yeah, this is good for Bash.
This is good for
Buys
Bash.
a minute or so. cuts our minute out, so I guess out of Frost's lead here. I mean, super reasonable for Frost to be doing this. Like, this just makes sense.
Yeah.
This preset is called Armory Hunt. We start with all of our major movement systems, so Space Jump, Morph, Spider Boost, Grapple, and the 2 visors. All of the missiles are condensed into one missile launcher that gives 250 missiles, but there are no expansions anymore. Same with all the power bombs are condensed into one main PB that gives 8, and there's no expansions anymore. And to make up for all of those nothings that got added to the pool, we have 56 E-tanks, but each one is only a quarter as effective.
Yeah. And you also only start with a quarter of health.
Yeah, apparently Retro has actually 2 separate variables for starting health and health provided by each E-tank, but if you ever make them different, it like crashes the game or something. So that's super cool. So yeah, anytime you change what health an E-tank gives you, it also changes your starting health as well to match it.
Alright, we gonna see the furnace checks soon. I just want Ice Beam be vanilla just for the memes.
Prime Rando is a good time.
Yep.
Drop a link to our Discord there. There are plenty of folks that can help you get set up. Oh, you don't think
Also,
okay.
Yeah. Also, at that point, also follow the runners, follow the commentators, trackers. Especially the racers, doing an incredible show here. Thank you, Swartz.
I guess the...
Alright, phase on suit and crossway just like a TGC race. And... no.
The actual link to... So the terminal echo is Bash, but it's an alt account used for streaming, so... The main Twitch there is BashPrime.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, big dumb multi-world. We love it. Multis are so much fun. It was like, that was my main intro into this scene, was seeing that multi-worlds were available, and I played a couple scenes by myself to get ready and then jumped right in. The water's fine.
That's why it's also really good for like learning with people together, and it's also why I really enjoyed the newest tournament we had a year ago, the CDC tournament, which is really fun because it's not just your own, like you actually working with a teammate together to solve the seed and racing against another team. So
yeah, for anybody that struggles with like race nerves, that kind of stuff, I find the co-op and multi-world kind of races really do kind of help take the edge off. Just having someone in the call with you, chat with, and distract you and calm you down, like that kind of stuff. Really nice.
It's vanilla plant, vanilla ice, I mean, or it's plant, not vanilla plant.
Yeah. Bash once again not embracing the divergent pathway. This is kind of what I... Oh yeah, gonna get training chamber first. I mean, I guess you could still do plant from the front after this, but we'll see. Is it vanilla?
And yes, it is.
Gross. All right, so now where are you going? You got the other, like, now you have like 50% more of the game to go do.
Yep.
This is where I get my hint, honestly, and I'm just gonna go search that reason and hope Plasma's there too.
I think so too. I think I would do that too.
So I actually like the play of just taking the overgrown tunnel exit here. Go get that check through FCS and then go fight Ridley.
Yep.
But Life Grove is a nice dense area, perfectly in logic, you know, with all the with ice coming into play. TGC Rando. Where the wilder presets are a bit trickier in CGC because, like,
Yes.
when people are playing multi-worlds casually, like, being in BK mode is part of the experience. It's like what you're signing up for, but in like a race, it's not really great content to just have somebody sitting around for half an hour.
Yeah. We try our best to keep the settings so that it's not too much BK early on, or like reducing it as far as we can. But it does happen. It does happen. But usually it's not longer than like a couple minutes, like 2 to 3, maybe.
Alright, Bash not gonna do Flagra, so that is good. We'll lead to the Ice Beam sooner rather than later. But Frost will still be probably 5 minutes or so ahead. Maybe not quite that much.
I want Plasma Beam on a plant now, just to like screw them all the way around to lower mines for nothing. Actually, low mines is not possible, but yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah, MQA is my meme plasma spot. That is probably the worst.
Oh yeah.
Vanilla's pretty awful too, but MQA plasma is.
Oh, vanilla. Vanilla ice and vanilla plasma, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, Frost doing bar skip, so this could be, as chat points out, a reverse frigate play. It could just be a play into upper mines. Yeah, with gravity and a warp to start to the ship, reverse frigate really isn't as bad as like some folks give it credit for. It's really like that first half of the frigate, you know, like the reactor core area, is just so slow and there's no checks there. So yeah, reverse frigate, interesting.
We also have now Far Fen open. So, also possible check for Plasma Beam being there.
Okay, no, we're just poking our head in for hat.
I have now a fun idea, actually. Maybe that gravity suit was the only reason for lower grav chamber being Plasma Beam.
That's not a bad shout, honestly. Yeah. We did just recently, earlier today, see a plasma beam in Farfendrana.
Mm-hmm.
TGC making good content on the other Speed Gaming channels. We do have a ton of races going on tonight. 3 simultaneous races right now. Speed Gaming's 1, 2, and 3. Well, we look forward to catching some of those VODs after this. That's views to the standable there in main quarry. Gets to the top right away from Frost. Well, Bash is closing in on this ice beam.
Yep.
And that's sort of
validation.
Like plasma beam.
It's validation. And we are not getting it. I'm sad. I'm sorry, Frost, this is only a 95. Not in 100 anymore.
Wow, I did not see that.
Yeah, same.
The XSA item, but Frost apparently decided it was not worth. Yeah, Frost just gonna blind clear upper mines here. We are leaving this flamethrower check behind. Can't even peek it without plasma. Frost might just be pursuing the age-old Phazon suit, probably in Phazon mines.
Nice wave buster usage here.
Yeah,
since we already have a lot of missiles here that keep firing. And yep, What? Okay.
Interesting.
That was something I didn't know can happen.
Alright, so Bash got ice. What elevator did he take? I did not see.
That looks like... Oh,
Ooh, okay.
overgrown tunnel?
So yeah, this is the route I would have taken. So we are finally seeing divergence from Bash. This is what Bash needed. So at this point, it's really... Oh,
Oh, I go... Where we go?
Yeah, maybe I was thinking about going straight into Life Grove. Wow, is this really going to be a forward frigate play?
Oh. I mean, that could turn it. If Plasma Beam is in Cargo Freight or in Biohazard,
I guess.
that would be pretty huge.
It would be big, but this is quite slow when Bash was already behind, and it's only 2 outs. So this is like, I don't think this is super likely to put Bash in a winning position here. But you never know. Rando gonna Rando.
If it is, then it's like my Annihilator Beam play. Okay? it's the same. It's literally the same. So be ready to freak out if it happens.
Nothing of value in Upper Mines.
Sometimes we need to gamble.
Yeah, and it could be Bash might be feeling behind.
Yeah.
This is a play
especially
your opponent probably didn't make, which is a way to get back into it.
Yeah, it's especially because of the boost, wall boost, and gallery tunnel was pretty slow.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we pretty much last location bombs. We pretty much last location dice. Even if you think your opponent probably did too, you never know, right? Like your opponent might have kind of god routed on you.
I always assume that my enemy god routed the seed. Because that way I always are on edge, kinda.
Yeah. You gotta be a little careful with that because you don't want to start taking crazy gambles.
Yeah,
if it's not actually that likely that your opponent got routed, but
yeah, I mean, if you do not feel that far behind, I guess, right? Ah, that's unfortunate for Bash. Well, there's still the possibility for a Plasma Beam being vanilla or on plant, so it's unlikely, but can happen. But yeah, Bash will probably just follow Frost's footsteps here.
You get the pirate? Up off his shoulder? Not quite. Plasma Beam. It could just be on plant. So looks like Frost is going to do this. Presumably we're going to dip down to MQA, probably just walk out, and then hit up PPC, Vanilla, Plasma into Farfen.
Okay, sorry, my rival, not my enemy.
In the meantime, also going to clean up Life Grove. I do like coming here once I have... Oh, no?
Oh.
No Life Grove?
Oh, getting a PB. No.
We had actually full on PBs. Interesting.
Maybe going for the plant play?
Yeah, or it just might be calling an audible and going straight for this Ridley.
Oh yeah, that could also be a case. But at this point, I think Phazon might be in mines. Oh well, it could be in Farfen. We still haven't checked that area too. Also, what is this? Or does Frost just do it for the safe station? Yeah, I think Frost is just doing this for the safe station.
Yeah, well, we need to do it eventually. Whether we're saving or we're walking out. Unless we think exactly MQA is Plasma, you're gonna have to come back through here. In which case, you want to do the maze up front.
This could also be an out.
Yeah, this is a good check for Bash. Actually, a little surprised
Yeah,
Neither
go
runner
for
double
this.
back straight for this. after
True,
ice.
right? That's actually interesting.
It is awkward though. Ice just opens so much up at once. It's really hard to know how to
Yeah.
route efficiently.
Ah, just nothing. Fortunate. Alright. Will we see the Baja Blood Plasma Beam meme position here?
I didn't see orange, but also... Oh wait, no, it's not going to be orange. There's no missiles in the pool.
Yeah. And Frost immediately left. I haven't like seen at all what it was, so... But apparently it was nothing.
Yeah, might have got a glimpse of purple or something. See, it's an E-tank or whatnot. I sure didn't catch it, but I will trust that Frost correctly confirmed it was nothing. He's leaving.
So what has Frost left? PPC.
And Farfen loop. We have Elder Chamber.
Plasma processing.
Yeah.
Elder Chamber is plasma log.
Or sorry, Hall of Elders. First checks a frigate. Plant.
It's not that much anymore.
Not that much. Yeah, especially, by the time we finish it all routes pretty well up through this Farfen loop. This backtrack always feels bad.
Yeah.
With a forced fight with the Elite Pirate and all that.
Okay, hear me out. Plasma beam on plant, phazon suit on ghosts. Gross.
That is great.
That would be gross. Wow, that was very far behind.
Yeah.
Very late powerbomb there, but it worked out.
I don't actually super like the hint anymore from Frost. Like, now that you're way out here, I think just do the checks. Like,
Oh, there's plasma.
Alright.
EPC.
Now,
Right.
I wish I had the hint to know if I'm supposed to stay here or not.
Yeah, now it would be good to know if Lower Mines is the play.
Yeah, Frost.
Frost doesn't know what to do.
It's tough.
It's tough, yeah.
It is not unreasonable to just YOLO Lower Mines here. That could easily be a losing play as well.
But I have to say, I am proud that also like such good player as Frost sometimes like, shit, what to do.
Frost, not dealing with King of the Hill, but not getting punished by him.
Yep.
I am terribly afraid of that turret at the top of PPC.
Plasma plant phazon ghost, dude, get out of my head. Cosmo, what are you talking about? Shoutouts to Cosmo, my CDC partner in crime.
Yeah. Cosmo also will be one of our top 8 participants, along with Diggle and TGC, the other two that have definitely made it in. Yeah, Life Grove Tunnel is one of the rooms of all time. That collision can be super obnoxious for no reason, if it decides to be.
Shoutouts to Plaza Axis and Torbus, little brother from Life Grove Tunnel.
And we're off to see a dragon.
Yep, I think that is probably the best play here. Because the save... Oh, saving here too. Okay, I thought would save there, so you know if you have to go back to the mines or Fen. But yeah.
Yeah, I still...
Well, I guess
remain
there's the...
unconvinced that
Yeah.
the Ridley fight is so fast that it is better to have a pivot save. Like, maybe, Sendina. Like, if that was your pivot save, like, sure, because that actually is pretty slow to get back to. But, like, anywhere else, no.
Alright. Also, by the way, I think Frost is the only Prime player that has his beams on the left side instead of the right side. Or am I wrong? I saw no one else doing that. at least in the tournament.
Interesting. Although Samus is left-handed here, she actually has her arms crossed within her suit, so the left arm is in the arm cannon coming out the right side there.
I wonder why he preferenced that layout, or like that HUD. I wonder if there's like a specific reason for it.
I would like it for rapid fire missiles, actually. I think it would make it easier to hold up on the C-stick and shoot missiles.
True, maybe. I hadn't thought about that. Not sure if that matters if you are left or right-handed. Getting a lot of charges. Unfortunate with the snipes. Alright, that should be it.
Alright, which phase I'm gonna be, and why is it lower mines?
Alright. Where is gonna be that Phazon suit? Right. Chozo! Fen! Okay. I say lower grav chamber. Because of that gravity.
Yeah. I'll say Chozo Ice Temple, just to be as rude as possible. That's probably the last place they'll check.
Fair, fair. I like the idea. Let's see who is right. Well, if Frost is going this way and to the right, then maybe we see Ice Temple first.
Pretty good guess as well. Yeah, the Plasma and Gravlock checks are the ones that I think are the spiciest options here. So the Gravity ones would be Gravity Chamber and Frost Cave. Unless, is Frost Cave Escape in beginner? I've actually never bothered to look that up. It is not. Yeah, Frost is in a very commanding position here.
Yeah.
And really, like, Bash can't route better than doing exactly what Frost did, like, 5 minutes later. Like Frost has played out the end of this as well as you could have. Like,
yeah,
if Phazon was in Mines, then, like, Bash could maybe make the YOLO stay in Mines play, but that's not really an option here.
Yeah, if Bash instead of like going to send Dinah now and check PPC first and then do lower mines when lower mines would have had Phazon, that would have been good, but unfortunately it's Fen.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, when you route this way and you have so few checks left, it's hard to skip these, even if like it sucks when you're wrong. Part of the reason I sometimes like to put off coming to mines to look for Plasma, even though, like, you can lose games that way, but it forces you to, it means you don't have to make this bad decision where you, like, either leave Plasma behind or do a bunch of checks that are really slow and don't find Plasma if you're wrong in either direction.
Okay, Frost is going to Farfan first then.
Yeah, that's
Makes
odds
sense.
are
It's
over there.
it's more dense, which is
Actually, it could just be in transport access. I haven't seen a I don't know why I don't see phazon suit in transport access more. It seems like a pretty reasonable spot to expect a plasma locked phazon to turn up. It just never is here.
Nope.
I was really expecting to eat those words before I finished saying them.
No love for transport access.
Nope. Wave Buster the drone, heck yeah.
Not quite made the jump.
It's back up slope jump though.
Yep.
Evades the Hunter Metroid without having to deal with it.
Right. We see the... Nope. Unfortunate.
We do maze because we're not willing to gamble that Plasma is in MQA. And if Plasma is not in MQA, whether you want to save warp or walk out of mines, you have to do the maze to leave.
Yeah.
And if you have to do the maze to leave, then you have to reclimb the room, refight the drone, then do the maze. So you're basically doing a whole extra, climb of the room and fight of the robot. And you only win if Plasma is MQA, and you want to go forwards.
Right.
So it's a pretty bad gamble.
Wrong. Or not?
Oh.
Yo! I was
Grab.
almost right! Almost right! It was not the check I said, but it's in gravity chamber.
We do have Plasma and Grapple. if
Yeah,
you
we
want
could
to
just
get the item for free.
It's like, I want to do this way.
Hey.
It's a cool trick though, if you
That
get
is a
it.
cool trick.
Nice.
That's a very good one to know.
Yep.
Is one of the few things that beginning players do require grapple for. So learning it is a good way to get to being able to skip grapple if it's in a really terrible spot.
Yep. Yes, Frost did do the hint, the phazon suit hint.
So that is go out for Frost. Just needs to make his way back to Frost Cave.
Yeah, and Bash just found Plasma. Routing to Magmore. Seems like not going for lower mines.
Yep. Presumably this will just be the save warp Ridley
Probably.
play here as well. Yeah, both runners are going to be save warping pretty much at the same time. Unfortunately, Frost already has the suit.
Yep, and Ridley down.
Yep. So yeah, really not too much hope here for Bash this time, unfortunately.
Yep.
Don't have an exact count on Frost C-Tanks, but even if it was only 14, that's about the equivalent of 3 E-Tanks, and we have full damage reduction, so that's fine. It's not great health. We probably have more E-Tanks than that, though. I just can't see them. I don't think either of these runners exo-skip, at least as a pure time save. Maybe as a desperation, skip a beam kind of play.
Yep, Bash going for the save warp.
Oh god, left-handed. Oh man, yeah, left-handed Samus is not doing it for me. I am impressed how quickly you mocked that up.
Oh my goodness.
Now I do kind of want to see left and right arms. just just alternate between the two arms every time you shoot.
Oh no!
Like a really cursed Terminator or something.
Doing mashing A and getting an epileptic shock.
I miss the tower defense game.
Alright.
Oh, does she still grip the thing from way over on the... Amazing. Anyway, should focus on the next fight. We have infinity missiles, and only supers is the valuable beam combo. So yeah, why not Wave Buster? We'll save a bit of time over the course of this fight.
Yep. Nice 360 bash. Also
And
nice snipe.
Yeah.
Oh, another snipe.
Doesn't go for the super, but another good snipe. Still ends it. Nice. Frost has a unusual technique of this melee minute and dodging it. I don't quite see people doing it this way.
Well, it works.
Yeah. Power phase there. Two sub-gamers down.
Oh, Bash is actually going for the reset to be immediately at Fen. Has to fight Ridley again though. Also we have in the race time chat Bash being wow, video game happened. Yep, this is certainly Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. Ooh, nice snipe.
Oh, I think you're right. Yes, Bash does have Ice Breaker.
Yes, I think so.
Rude immediate charge here, and Exo sub-chamber form.
Not immediately changing though. That's something.
Yep, Plasma is a nice beam for it to be in.
Oh, that
They're
was
also in double
quick,
time. Yeah.
quick charge. Yep.
Back
Okay.
Plasma, sure.
We like Plasma. Keep doing that. And back to wave.
Oh yeah, Bash running
Oh.
the incorrect way first here.
More wave bust action.
Nice. This is...
Oh no, checking shows wise tempo first. Can't blame him though. This check is off. Plasma's not early.
Alright. Down goes Exo.
Very good fight from Frost. Also nice usage of the Wave Buster with the big missile count.
Oh, that's a good shout, Migs, actually. I might not have thought of that, but yeah, resetting yet again to that pivot save is actually good here after...
Oh, true. Yep, that's actually really smart then.
Yep.
Yep.
And indeed, that's the play. Ideal location for Essence here. So something you want to do in this fight, if you're close to the Phazon pool, Essence will spawn on the opposite side of you relative to the pool. So when Frost kind of approached the pool, he was like between the pool and Carcass, which sort of incentivized Essence to do its X-ray phase over the Carcass, which is not what you want. So it's good to try to stay on the opposite side, like put the pool between you and the Carcass, and then have Essence spawn behind you. And that can help you not get trolled here.
Oh, Bash is doing the right call and checking the ref chamber first.
Yeah, this is good routing. So the reason to do this is you're going to end in Frost Cave now, which means you end in the room with the save station.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You lose a little bit of time if it was just in Frost Cave, but you gain time if it was either Gravity Chamber check.
Yep.
So your odds are better.
Oh wow. What is that health?
Oh,
Essence has literally just 1 HP. GG's.
Frost has done it.
Congrats to Frost.
We'll extend an invitation for an interview, see if they join. Bash as well has entered a .f, so we will see if he is willing to join as well.
Yep. Yeah, what a seat.
Yeah.
And we are joined by Frost.
Hello, hello.
Well done. Well done.
GG's. I think that was like my best run so far and the worst Essence so far, so that checked out.
That 1 HP at the end.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. But yeah, that seed was something for sure.
I like that the whole like routing to bombs was like, yeah, you're gonna have to fight Thardas. Were you actually trying to skip Thardas?
Yeah. Like I was thinking, okay, Thardas without bombs, that's terrible. Let's try to skip it, but that didn't work out. But then I had infinite missiles, so it wasn't that bad after all.
Yeah, thought so.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, we were thinking if it's possible to skip, like reverse skip Thardas, and I've never seen that before. So
Oh, they do it in I think 21%. It's just a dash. I just failed.
okay.
Yeah, with space jump, it's actually not that bad. It's without, it's a big problem.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a fun seed.
Yeah, well, right throughout. Yeah, rude kind of locations. Both of you kind of last location, several of the majors in a row, or nearly. But yeah, Bash joining us as well. Welcome.
I heard
GGs.
last location.
Hello.
Yeah, the ice and plasma were kind of rude.
Yeah. Oh, I hemorrhaged a bunch of time. Well, actually, I'm curious. Like, was it sticking around at Chozo or like the Mines play I did? I mean, given the like 10-minute lead, I think it was just probably just my routing overall that did me in. But...
I think it was the staying a bit too long in Chozo thing.
Yeah.
Because the problem with the C was that it was pretty linear to a certain degree. So you couldn't like do that much route divergence to like come back from like a gamble or something.
I felt really tempted to go back to Chozo because of that wave beam. So that's why I basically full cleared front Chozo. And yeah, I got charged and supers out of it, but yeah. I did the best I could, and while it sucks to lose, I'm ending this round on the Fen's Edge music, so it's pretty dope.
Gamer. Yeah, I saw the artifacts, and I was like, okay, I'll try to get those early. And then I found bombs as well, so I was super lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, if it's not bombs in Fen, I at least get like the artifacts in Observatory. Yeah. So it's like an okay play.
Yeah, so I guess that's kind of my most... That's kind of the question I'm the most interested in. So like when I get that ice beam, I think what I would have done is immediately go fight Ridley. But neither of you did that.
I was tempted.
Bash
I felt like
forward Frigate, and Frost did Life Grove into Mines. So I'm kind of curious what your thought process was there, each of you.
Yeah, my main reason was like even if I get a suit hint, like it doesn't really give me like anything concrete. Like it could be like anywhere, and it could be like a plasma check. So that's why I wanted to find plasma first, and I mean maybe I find Phazon on the way. So yeah, it could have been a play for sure. I just didn't go for it.
Yeah. Well, at that point, I would have basically just had back Fen left outside of Ice Temple, so it still would have been like slightly favorable that Plasma wasn't locking it. But between Ice Temple, which I went to that first, I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to be thorough. It was the end of the game or end of the seed, so like I felt it was worth doing, but it's just the time loss was too great.
Yeah,
and I already went to the risk with checking MQA without Plasma.
Oh yes, did you do a frigate at all?
I did, yeah. I decided to be... I got Ice Beam and I basically just did Overgrown Cavern into Frigate when I should have done Hall of the Elders and then done that, just to not have to make the trip back to Chozo. So like I hemorrhaged time there. And then I did Life Grove and all that, and then just went train to Mines. And then that ended up... Like that Mines to Fen play ended up being correct. It's just... Oh, at that point, what I probably should have done instead was taking the risk of just going into Fen and seeing if Phazon suit was there, and then doing Ridley. Like, not having done Ridley, it's interesting what Baja is saying, because, like, I'm wondering if Ridley immediately would have been helpful and informed some routing decisions, but just, I don't know. It's hard when I haven't practiced these settings, too, so I knew that was, like, going to be a big disadvantage for me. And so, with, like, yeah, it was kind of linear, but so much was open in Chozo. So much was open in like, well, a decent amount was open in Fen by the time I went in there. But I don't know. Plus, like routing and artifacts was also what encouraged me to route things in the way I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. There's no. You can with Prime and stuff, especially in this kind of seed. I think you can make an educated guess, and that is the best you can get, whether it works out or not.
There's often no right decisions in Rando.
No.
There's just different ones that are reasonable and have advantages and disadvantages. Yeah.
I think in hindsight, I either should have kept putting off Ridley, which was kind of weird, right? But or just done Ridley as soon as I got my last artifact, because Ice I'd super, so I guess you could do that for the air phase and then boost, and then it's just the same thing. So yeah, I think in hindsight that probably would have been the smart play. Is just get that phase on suit hint, get that ready, and then
because it gives you the opportunity to maybe God route. Like you can go to where Phazon is and hope you find Plasma there, and then in that case you God routed. Or it does also help you if you find Plasma somewhere in the middle of nowhere, kind of like you guys did.
Plus Farfan only has like 6 checks without Plasma. Well, I guess Fen as a whole. So at that point, you hope for Phazon suit. If you don't, then you just go to Mines anyway.
Did you do Phazon hints?
I did, yeah, and I got the thing in race time was because I got flyby skipped.
Not rip.
Flyby skip in the lost true combo.
How did I miss that?
That's sick, actually.
That's pretty good.
That's unfortunate. I thought you all would get hyped about that.
I'm sorry.
I'm hyped now. That is actually
I'm hyped now.
That's hard to get.
Yeah, just frame perfect. That's all. I mean, Yeah, I'm not surprised by the result. I'm glad it was still close enough. This would have been like Reggie's like bread and butter because you could just bombless Ice Beam before Flagra and get Ice Beam.
True.
That would have saved you. I mean, that's huge, right? Because that would have saved you a potential return trip to Chozo. You could just straight up from there clean up, get Wave Beam, and then go straight into Fen and do stuff.
Though the Ice Beam before Flogger without bombs sounds kind of difficult.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
very
Reggie.
bad.
I know Reggie. I think has practiced that a lot. I think
Uh-huh.
maybe, unless I'm thinking of another player. But
Yeah, the main problem
just-
is it's just so punishing. One mistake and you reset.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
yeah, I wasn't sure about my game plan in early game, so like I just figured Chozo was gonna have stuff, and it just didn't this time. And bombs being in Fen is just not fun. It required Thardus just to do that, or Thardus hop, I guess. So, but like I don't know, again best I could. Obviously wasn't enough to win, but you know that's all I could promise myself. So I'm just glad I played decently
You
enough.
both played well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very good speed tech.
Nice.
Shoutouts to doing training chamber wall crawl just cause.
Yes.
I even failed twice. I think I lost time, but who cares?
It was for the content.
Always, always. So yeah, fun seed and yeah, GG's. I'll see you in CGC maybe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what top 8 looks like. I think my chances aren't good now, but or if I don't know what I think it was like only 2 slots for 2 players, so I have to take a look at the bracket.
Yeah.
I entered the result wrong because I'm smart.
Oh, actually,
Again.
no, there's still a bunch of 3-2 players left.
Wait,
so,
BashPrime
yeah,
won
this
this
could
seed?
be-
What?
sorry.
I mean, wait, what?
Better
That's
player
fine,
wins, I
wow.
guess.
Just casually ringing it in front of a live audience.
Classic Baha.
Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
I
me.
think it depends on like other tiebreakers and stuff, who holds scores and so on.
Wait, why did I get recorded with the win? Oh, okay, that got fixed. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, third on the leaderboards. That's
I think I said bash as I was like in the process of recording it, and that made me click bash.
Yeah, my tiebreaker score is all right, but I think, I think I'm either just barely going to make it in, or I'm just barely not going to. But that's fine. I finished with a positive record, and I'm very proud of that. You know, going 5-1 would have been awesome, but I got close. So
4 wins in this field is not easy. Like there are a lot of real
Yeah,
talented runners this year.
yeah, I really had to clutch out. I think my last 2 races for sure.
So Frost, if Baha wins, you might
Yes.
actually be top 1 here.
Or I mean, I think Deagle takes, or maybe. Oh yeah, if Deagle loses, you mean? Yes, you're correct. Oh, first seed. That's gonna be so nice. I can just vibe.
Until you find out that like Inner Slice is the 8th seed.
Oh, we won't talk about that one. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting picking settings though. You can have like elimination or something with your opponents, like moving one setting at a time, or something like that.
We haven't done like a best of 3 style like this before, so I'm actually really interested to see how it'll play out.
Wait, it's best of 3?
Yeah, so it's best of 3.
That's exciting stuff.
Oh, that's news to me.
Yeah, so the higher seed will pick the settings. They'll pick one of the weeks, and you'll play that match. Then the lower seed picks, and then if it goes to a game 3, a random one among the ones that weren't picked. Will be the final race.
Oh, that sounds so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for anything.
That is
Can I,
that is interesting.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
So the first Prime tournament, we had I and the other TOs had talked about potentially doing best of 3 and best of 1, and I heavily advocated for best of 3. And so 4 years later, I think, however later it is, I think it was 2019 was the first tournament. We're finally seeing that in top 8,
Hey,
And
let's
that's
go.
so happy.
Yeah.
So, do you know anything about like time schedules? Because I mean, 1 week for 3 matches is going to be Monka.
Yeah, so I think it'll be 2 weeks to get your 3 matches in.
Yep.
But yeah, hang on for the formal announcement. I also think we're going to take about a week break after this wraps up, so we're probably looking at the 31st-ish to be getting going on top 8.
There's still 2 more days of races for this week, though, so still plenty
Yes.
of round 6 left. Interesting settings, though, but definitely anxiety-inducing. Where it's like, yeah, everything's open, and that like also nothing is. I finally learned bombless arbor chamber. I that was really easy. I was like, why? Except for the, I need to figure out why I wasn't quite getting the, whatever the movement was. I wasn't limited influence somehow, and it was really odd. So I'll have to I need to
tough.
investigate.
Yeah, if you go too far back and you get stuck, like wiggling will get you free, but it's really easy to wiggle past the actual bit of standable and just start falling.
Oh, and so like I walked off into a
You
limited.
walked
That's
off,
interesting.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes complete sense now. All for ice spreader, which I didn't even use. Fantastic. Yeah, congrats on your Swiss performance. Like really impressive stuff, Frost.
Oh, thank you.
I think you'll.
I expected nothing less for my Arc Rival in CGC.
Ah, of course. We're coming for you.
What am I then?
Come on, Baja. Just gotta clutch it out.
You are my Arc Rival in Echoes.
Okay. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, I think for the weeklies, like either me or Luca is going to be busy, so we might have to team up with our enemies. That'll be interesting.
Wow, that's crazy. Like for some of the people in
That
this
would be fun.
tournament, I've. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I have one more thing. I did not play against anyone that Digraph played, and I think I have only played against one person that Cosmonauts played. Yeah, I think that's the case. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry. I thought it was interesting.
It's 1 a.m. for me, so I might have to go to bed. But
Thank you for scheduling. Sorry for the timing difference.
No worries. It was a fun match nonetheless.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think are the other matches done? I think there were like 3 matches at the same time.
I believe they are both still going, so yeah, feel free to head over to Speed Gaming 2 or Speed Gaming 3. We've got other matches going on.
Also have like
Speed Gaming 3 has a very cursed door rando scene going on.
Yeah.
None other than TGC, who had someone come into this chat during the race to complain to TGC about how bad the seed was. So there is some fun nonsense going on over on SG3.
Be sure to follow everybody.
We also have one more race for today as well in like an hour, I think. Brew Inc. versus Cameron, Speed Gaming 4. So that's also be there. So a lot of Prime Rando here for everyone. Yeah, if the runner doesn't have anything, then we can wrap up.
GG's, and I'll see you in CGC.
All right, yeah, we will see you all next mission then. Yeah, be sure to check out the races on SG2 and SG3.
Follow the racers, follow the trackers, follow the commentators.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.